Hi everyone, we're so glad you were able to join us today.
We'd like to take a minute, while we have a captive audience on what we affectionately call the Booze Bus, to give you some onboard entertainment.
Plus, we really like showing off pictures of ourselves.
We hope you enjoy, and we can't wait to see you all a little later.
Aw, little baby Sarah, I know, I'm adorable.
And then there's the little baby picture of Amanda. Not so cute. Not only is my head twice normal size, but I look sort of evil.
Okay, back to cute baby pictures. This is another one of me looking particularly adorable, if I do say so myself.
Finally, we get to a cute picture of Amanda. Wasn't I adorable? Look at those curls.
I think this is one of the best pictures of me and my parents, if you disregard the 80s hair, of course.
This is a picture of me and my sister, Elena. What can I say? I had a lot of personality.
No childhood is complete without a picture of a cute-looking kid on a pony. I have lots and lots of copies, so if you need one, just ask.
Another picture of my sister and I, this time up at the snow by my grandpa's house. We loved those Pac-Man cups. In fact, he still has them because I won't let him throw them away.
Studio pictures are great, unless you have a gap in your teeth, a really weird shirt on, and haven't brushed your hair.
When my mom sees this picture, she always says that I have eyes that would move mountains. Or at least I did, until they changed color.
I only put this embarrassing picture in because on the next slide, Amanda has one that's even worse.
I don't think it's worse. I think it's awesome. This is what happens when your dad is doing stage makeup class and you want to be a clown for Halloween. Let's face it, everyone's teen years are just a little bit awkward. So we're going to go ahead and skip past that and go straight to our freshman year in college.
This is probably one of my favorite pictures of myself from the dorms. Hey, I had Ronald McDonald hair, but I rocked it.
Alrighty, the first big group shot. This is at my sister's graduation. I'm going to go from left to right here. So we start with my dad, Jim, then Sarah, then my grandpa, Buzzy, my mom, my sister, me, and my sister's fiance, Chris.
This is at the Exploratorium in San Francisco. Okay, Amanda and I super duper love this place because we can be big kids and have a lot of fun.
For my parents' anniversary, first they took a cruise by themselves. Then they took us to New York. Unfortunately, it was during the blizzard of '03, but that provided plenty of opportunity for snow frolicking, as seen here. It's definitely a lot warmer in this picture. This is at Sarah and my graduation from UC Davis in June of '04. We're pictured here with the rest of my family, my sister, my dad, my mom, and my grandpa.
Okay, here's another graduation picture with my Auntie Karen, my godmother, my mom, me, Paul, Dad, and Amanda. Okay, graduation dinner, where my family and Amanda's family got together and we feasted. Don't worry, the hats were a present, thus we were obligated to wear them for the picture.
Okay, now we're in Hawaii. This is Paul and Sarah in the Dole Pineapple Plantation. Strangely enough, they don't offer tastings of all these weird pineapple varieties they have. So Sarah and Dean decided to steal one. Unfortunately, it had been on the ground a little too long, and it sort of had bugs flying out of it.
This picture is particularly funny because we walked about a mile past this sign. Somehow we thought this was a good idea.
The infamous kayak story. This picture was taken afterward. Now, most of you have heard the story, but just in case you haven't, I'll summarize. The first kayak had a hole in it and sank. The second kayak flipped over in the middle of the ocean. Amanda didn't know how to paddle and cried because she thought she was going to die. Sarah, meanwhile, cried because she was terrified of touching the fish when they went snorkeling.
Not having learned our lesson with the kayak adventure, we decided to go river rafting. This is taken before we hit Troublemaker, when the boat flipped over and Amanda had to go down the rapid on her back. The next few slides were taken of us last October in Golden Gate Park.
During the engagement shoot, Matt Singer, our photographer, kept telling us to bring out our inner model. I told him I didn't have one. He wasn't that impressed. Hopefully we're doing better taking our wedding pictures. Fast forward a couple months and you get to our bridal shower. I'd like to give a special shout out to Dean and Paul and thank them for our flannel and Birkenstocks, which we treasure.
This is another picture from our bridal shower. I have to say it's one of our favorite pictures taken of us, ever.
I think that's about all there is to say about us. There are some other people we'd like to introduce to you before the ceremony.
Yes, this is my father wearing my pink fuzzy hat before it was lost in the kayak adventure. Don't ever tell him we showed you this.
And then there's my father. You know we couldn't just put in a picture of Dean looking like a spaz. However, you can tell my dad we showed you this picture all you want. I don't think he'd mind. Okay, so in case you've missed anyone, let's give you a quick overview of the important people in Amanda's life. Up top there, holding the food, is my great-grandmother, who I call Nana. Below her is her daughter, my grandmother, who we called Grammy. In the middle, of course, you have my parents, Jim and Lori. And over on the far side, you've got my grandfather. Now, his name is James, but everyone in our family is named James, so he goes by Buzzy. And then we have my sister Elena and her fiancé Chris. Yes, that's them standing with George W. Bush. Normally she wouldn't have gotten a whole page to herself, but I find this picture hilarious and had to put it in.
Okay, my family. Up top is my mom and dad with my dad's parents, Norma and Bud Larkin, Nana and Papa. And then the picture on the right is 4 generations of women in my family. My great-grandmother in the middle holding me as a baby, my grandmother Betty on the left, and my mom on the right. I was an only child until I met Alicia. We decided to adopt each other because we're just like 2 peas in a pod. And here's Paul, my dad's partner and the officiant for our ceremony today.
Here's a quick rundown of Amanda's side of the bridal party today. Up at the top, you have my sister. Yes, I know you've seen her before, but she'll be my maid of honor. Below her, wearing the green hat and the weird buggy eyes, is Alan, who I've been friends with since 4th grade. And over in the boa is Tony, who we met in the dorm when he lived across the hall.
And lastly, my attendants. Up top is Alicia, my maid of honor. Lisa, down below on the left, I met in high school. And Anthony, we met in the dorms, and he came in all the way from Taiwan to be with us today. Well, that's it for our slideshow. Soon you'll be up at the Brazilian room and the party will really get started.
So sit back, enjoy the ride, and we'll see you soon.